Hey everyone, my name is Casey. This time on Patina Pit Stop, we got a new project. We're not working on the wagon, we're not working on the trailer, we are working on a 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne that's been off the road for over 50 years. I'm excited about this one, let's get going. All right, we just got this thing off the trailer. That was an adventure. Check this out.
Oh my God, babe. Oh, do you see why I parked on the road earlier? Oh my God.
You're professional.
I almost made it all the way up.
You're just scared of me.
Why?
Because my car is right there.
Oh, your car's fine.
I like it, babe.
You like it?
I do. More than I thought I would. I mean, even though it's got a big old back end.
Yeah, it's got a big old booty. And after I got it off the trailer, I didn't have it up the driveway quite far enough. Luckily, one of my neighbors is a tow truck driver, and he just happened to be driving by. So as he stopped driving by, I jumped out, waved at a stop. Hey, can you help me push it up the driveway this last 10 feet? Because I misjudged my amount of rollback from the trailer to the driveway. Now let's take a look at this thing. The story is the person that I got it from had been sitting, they've had it about 7-8 years. And it's been sitting the entire time they've had it. They've never touched it. They've never worked on it. Before that, the story is this car was parked and last registered in 1969 in Chicago, Illinois. It was put into a garage and left there. So we're gonna try to see if we can find some clues on what's been done. Has it been running? We don't think it's been driven. From what we're kind of gathering, somebody bought it and they started to try to get it back on the road. So I'm going to try to see if I can verify that. There's a bunch of parts inside the car. I haven't looked at anything, so we'll start with what's in the trunk and see if there's any parts in there. I haven't opened the hood yet. We'll look at that in just a minute. All right, what we're working with here is a 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne sedan. Sedan because it's got the post right there. If it was a hardtop, there'd be no post. Biscayne is the entry level, then you have the Bel Air, and then you have the Impala. So this is a bare bones cheapo car right here. There's no rot down here, and I mean no rot over the fender well. And this is a Chicago car, which is pretty crazy. I'm curious to see what underneath it looks like. The rockers look good. There's a little bit of rust right there. And it looks like it's maybe been, someone maybe did some stuff with that. And it's rotted out right here for some reason. But hood straight. Oh, there's a little bit of a dent right there. Maybe a little dent right there. Oh, no mirror. We might have that in all this stuff. Interior, we'll get in that in a little bit. Oh, that's ugly. There's a gas cap. Bumper. Pretty straight. It's got quite a few what Mortsky would call whiskey dents. Hodgkins? What do we have? Oh, there's the door panel. Driver's side door panel's missing. Oh, head gasket. We got a pillow. We got a sock. Oh, there's a bottle in there. What is it? Is that that's the washer fluid bottle, I think. Well, there's the radiator. I'm gonna put this right there so I don't break it. That says belt buckle. Air cleaner. Thermostat housing. Nope, that's thermostat housing. Hose. What else? Door panel. Radiator. Pipe. What I should be looking at. There's no rust in the trunk. Even up there? That looks like brand new. I don't know where these things rust out. I don't know these cars well enough to know where their problems are, but it's solid. Okay, we'll investigate more. Head gasket worries me. Keys here, that's good. Tail lights, not broken. They're all there. They all look the same, so they're probably original. This side, same thing. No rust. $195, 75, 14s. So those are newer tires. Like not from the 60s tires. That's kind of ugly. It's flaky, but it looks okay. There's no gas tank. Doors all open. This one does. Someone put like house carpet in it. Got seatbelts. That's one of the coolest parts right there. Radio delete. No radio. Oh, even the headliner's good. Look at the headliner. Holy cow. Some more hoses. Gas tank float. Oh, that's nice. That must be the gas tank. Oh, that's the front piece off the front bumper. I was wondering if that was missing in the front. A muffler? The seat really doesn't look bad. It's a little like dirty right there and there, but I am, oh, that's loose. I'm super impressed with the headliner. Door panel, that one's good. Oh, it's got the wing windows. Let's do the glove box inspection. Oh, there's the grab handle for that door. And the crank and everything. It's nice that they kept all that. Some books. And some paperwork. I'll look in that in a little bit. Bill of sale. Appreciate that. Alright, what's the carpet? I really want to pull this up. Oh my god. Floor is perfect. We got it. I can't believe it. All right. Check that out. Chicago 1966 passenger vehicle. Glass all looks good. A little bit of a whoop-de-doo right there. That's probably the best center cap. Like I said, luckily I have a whole set of those. Well, I have 3 of them. I don't have a whole set. I have 3. No rust in this fender. Even down there it looks pretty good. T3 headlight. Grill looks perfect. A little bit of a dent right there. Front bumper looks okay. Another T3 headlight. The rest of it's all there. Alright, I'm dying to see what we're dealing with here. I don't know if I should be relieved or I'm not really sure. So it definitely looks like someone was in here working on this thing. The oil filter is not from 1970. All right, so we saw the head gasket in the trunk. It looks like someone probably pulled this head off, started to freshen this thing up. The paint looks newer on the head. Anything in there. Oh, it's got oil. It's full and it's clean. There's nothing on the crank pulley, so I'm gonna have to put something on there to turn that to see if it's locked up or not. No carburetor. There's your linkages for that. Master cylinder is missing, but luckily we just got to put a line and a master cylinder on it. Oh, it is a power glide. It's an automatic. '63 is the first year that they had an alternator, external voltage regulator. We have 0 exhaust. That is not good. That's going to be expensive. Yeah, that right there is the only really bad rusty spot. The inner fender and the fender right there. Don't know where the ignition stuff is. And I don't know what. I don't know what's what. One is headlights. Right. Oh, that's a vent. That's headlights. That must be vent. I hear something down there. And then that's wipers. Off, on, or on, off. Oh, it's 2-speed wipers. Oh, is that washer? That's a washer button, maybe. My car don't even have that. Yes, I know, no brakes. It says 68,712. If I'm going to go by the pedal, I don't know if I believe that, because that's pretty worn. But if it's been off the road since 1970, well, we're definitely not going to be able to get it running today, obviously. But I want to see if it turns over. That's a good sign. Maybe. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Now I'm worried. They're not even tight. None of them are. What do we got? Macy Delco. Oh, those are old ones too. Alright, here's the thing. I can't imagine someone would take the head off and replace the head and the head gasket and not make sure the engine turns over. So either I need a bigger pry bar, or I'm going to shoot some spray down the cylinders. All right, day two with the Biscayne. So far today, I've pulled everything out of the trunk and laid it out here. I'll show that to you here in a second. I washed the car. I sprayed underneath it really good, really nasty. I think a lot of it's the undercoating. It definitely looks like this thing had like a serious 1962 undercoat job. But in the meantime, let's look at all the stuff I found in the car. All right, this is all the stuff that came with the car. We have air cleaner, air filter, gas tank, sending unit, the old thermostat, the old battery cable, an entire gasket set. So it looks like the seat belts, these are like new old stock seat belts. They're in the car already, which is cool. That's an extra one. Some hose clamps. That box down there is the muffler. But here's all the cool stuff I found in here. This guy went to the old NAPA and he got me new spark plugs, new heater hoses, new radiator hoses, cap, condenser, points, thermostat. I don't see a rotor button. I might be missing that. All that's in there. I have 5 ignition cylinders. I don't know why. Miscellaneous bolts. Here's the mirror, but the glass is missing. That driver's side door handle. Thermostat housing hose, which is, haha, they got the right one. Some bolts for the radiator. The coil. Oh, I bet the rotor button's in there. Coil, wires. So probably will need some plug wires eventually. What else we got? Carburetor. It says carburetor on there, just in case you didn't know what that was. Okay. There's the gas cap. I don't know what that's called, but it's the housing that goes to the thermostat housing, like that. I'm guessing that's the temperature sensing unit. Heater hose goes right there. License plate, which is really neat. Land of Lincoln. 1966. All right, so here's all the stuff that was, I guess, at some point in the glove box, but they had put it in a bag. First, apparently in 1966, whoever owned this was doing some car shopping, and they had a brochure. This also was from May 19th, 1965. Right there is the original, I don't know if it's a bill of sale or what you would call it. But that gentleman bought the car December 10th, 1962. The car was $2,661.15. He traded in a 1959 Chevy. I don't know what plus disc means. For $938 they gave him for that car. So he had a balance of $1,700 plus tax, the whole 9 yards, $1,791.92. That's who bought it, which is super cool. And that dealership is still in business. It's under a different name, but it's in the same location. We got the owner's manual. I looked through it. Nothing's written inside of it. He didn't keep up with his warranty either. Nothing was checked off or written down or anything like that. That's the manufacturer statement of origin to a vehicle, which is really neat that all this paperwork is still in there. We got a letter from the dealership March 3rd, 1963, and he sent a letter to him thanking him, giving him his warranty information, and it's signed by the president of the dealership in ink.
Countersigned Pierre Andre in ink.
Then we have apparently he was a very devout Catholic. We got the rosary here, was in there. That's neat. This is the Saint Joseph. Must be a bookmark. There's his business card. And these are cool because they got Band-Aids in them. So I don't know, he must have taken someone to church one day, because they're all April 24th, 1966. And they all have the same last name. We got Edward. I can't read what that says. It starts with a G. Which one's the best one? That's probably the best one. That's Diane. Shirley. And Ronald. And this must have been their tithe offering. And inside, I gotta be careful. I don't want to tear these up. We have 1 quarter. And if you look, That's a 1964 quarter. And they all have, that one's got a quarter. Oh, this one has a quarter. This one, Shirley, she really loved God. She gave a whole $1. And it's a I think a 1963 dollar bill. But that is all the stuff that was found in the car. Really cool seeing this stuff and looking at the paperwork and everything. Also, the Hoskins Chevrolet, it was in business until 2014. It's still in business. And that is the dealership, like their little dealer tag. And I found that on the internet. I'll put a picture of that up. Oh. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Let's go the other way. Oh. Why does it keep coming off? It's not moving. Oh. Is this a cheap one or what? I think we're in trouble. I think this thing's locked up. Ugh. Can I admit something to you guys? I'm nervous. I'm not like the big channels. This doesn't go well. I may never financially recover from this. Let's pull the valve cover off. Someone cleaned it. Let's see the grease. But does that mean they replaced the valves? I don't know. It looks pretty nice. Alright, so my flywheel tool keeps slipping off. I did grind on the other point a little bit. Still slips off. So I've invented the flywheel don't slip off 3000. Basically that's a U-bolt that used to hold a jet ski trailer skid on my trailer. So I threaded that through the flywheel, one of the holes, and then I've tightened it down so hopefully that doesn't slip out. So either this is going to be amazing or I'm going to bleed. Please don't slip off because this is going to hurt. Oh, oh, I think it's holding it on there at least. I still cannot break this engine loose. It's so scary because I'm afraid it's going to pop off. It's holding it. I need a breaker bar on there. I cannot believe this engine is that stuck. I'm not getting a very good pull on that. Maybe if I went on that side. Did it move? I think it moved. Guess that's a no. I just broke that joker right off. Did not see that coming. Alright, things have obviously escalated. This thing is not going to turn over. So, we're going to pull the head. I've loosened up all the rockers. I've loosened up all the head bolts. Let's pull everything out. I'm going to pull the head with the intake and exhaust manifold. Probably not a good idea because it's probably super heavy. But that's what I'm going to do. I don't see anything that could go wrong here. Not looking forward to this. Okay. Need some place to grip. Come on now. Whoa, stay. Alright, you can see my transmission fluid in there. Obviously, 1 and 6 are up. Let's clean out this. Is not good. I don't see any reason why this thing should be stuck. Huh. Let's clean these out. Alright, here's what we got. I cleaned out the transmission fluid. I have not done the brake clean or anything like that. Obviously, number one, you can't see much. There is a little bit of surface rust, but there's no ridge. I mean, you can feel that, but it's not terrible. I don't feel any major scarring. And this one's got a lot of dirt in it, see? I'm wondering if that exhaust valve was open. And maybe you got more moisture in it than the rest of them. But it doesn't look terrible. And it looks like this engine has probably turned over and sat for periods of time in the 50 some years it's been sitting. So all that makes me feel better. And let's go look at this. The cylinder head looks really good. I don't know if those are new valves. But that looks super clean, like maybe someone decked it or had a machine shop look at it. That makes me happy. That looks way too clean. There's no carbon on any of those valves. It looks like someone has started or at least got the head rebuilt. If I can get this thing to turn over, then I should be good. So I'm gonna clean out all the cylinders really, really well, and then probably put a light coat of WD-40 and make sure nothing rusts. But before I put the head back on, I'm gonna get another flywheel turner wrench and see if I can get that thing broke loose, spin over. Then I'll put the head back on. That's what I think is the best bet. So I'm gonna go clean all that stuff up. I'll be back in a little bit. Good morning. My plan was to get out here and get started really early. Well, the sun's way up there and it's already getting hot. Got my kickstart. Let's see if we can get this thing unstuck today. Okay, I'm not proud of this. And this wasn't totally my idea. It's my Chevy Equinox. It's a ratchet strap going through the wheel. This is one of those things where the more you look at it, the worse it gets. Okay, ratchet strap goes to the flywheel wrench. Oh, I borrowed that one from my buddy. And this was his idea, by the way. So I have the flywheel wrench holder 3000 up there, bolting it down to hold the flywheel wrench up there. I have the ratchet strap with pressure on it. This is super sketchy, but now we have constant pressure on the flywheel, on the engine, trying to turn it over. Now let's see if we go up top and see if we can manipulate it. That's the word. This is so stupid. So Tim's theory, my buddy's theory, was put pressure on the flywheel, then try to manipulate the engine in the desired motion. All right, so what I did, I decided I pulled the starter off so that way I can maybe get a better angle in here. So all this is hooked up. This is under tension. It's all sketchy. It's very scary. So we're still hooked to the Equinox wheel and the ratchet strap pulling it to the flywheel wrench, to the don't let the flywheel wrench slip off 3000. And now I'm going to see if I can get a pry bar in here and see if it will move. All right, let's see. This way. Oh, it moved! It moved! No way! Come on! Oh, did you see that? It moved! Oh, thank God. Come on. Oh gosh, it is tight. Oh, we're moving. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, there is a sticky spot. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, come on. Oh, we're past the sticky spot now, I think. Oh. So that's not doing anything now. Take that off. Oh. Oh, thank God. It moves. Oh, that's a pretty healthy ridge right there. Number 5. That's what's making me nervous. Oh yeah, it's coming off with my finger, but oh my gosh. All right, let's keep turning. I'll keep working on it slow. I won't make you watch unless something happens. So before I end this episode, bear with me for just a minute. I wanted to let you know how I found this car. That's a question I usually ask somebody, or it's a really common question in the automotive culture. When someone finds a car that's rare or been sitting for a long time, the barn find How did you find it? Where was this car at? What's the story? What's the history? This one's got a pretty neat story. As you guys know, I used to live in Wisconsin. I lived in a small town, and the house that I lived in, a little ranch, one car garage, where Patina Pit Stop really started, was only about a mile away from where this car was parked. It was in a garage, that's why I never saw it, but I had driven by the house several times not knowing this car was in the garage. My mother-in-law is the one that found the car through a friend. She called me up, asked me if I was interested in it. Obviously I said yes. She sent me some pictures. I talked to the owner, asked him a bunch of questions. I had a friend of mine, Don, come over and look at the car for me. He went and checked it out to kind of give me another set of eyes to make sure that the car was worth, investing the time and the money into, and trying to get it all the way from Wisconsin back to Tennessee. So I talked to the owner and went back and forth on, what do you want for it? Make me an offer. We did that game back and forth a couple of times, and finally he gave me a number. I gave him a lower number. He accepted. And then it was, how do I get this car 600 miles? It doesn't run. It has no brakes. How am I going to get this thing home? I talked to my dad. I could borrow my dad's trailer, but not his truck. I talked to my brother. He said I could borrow his truck, use my dad's trailer, but then I have to drive to Georgia, get the truck and trailer, drive to Wisconsin, drive back to Tennessee, drop the car off and take the truck and trailer back. Fuel, I was probably going to spend $500 just in fuel, not counting food and everything else, plus taking days off work. It just did not make sense. Decided to go with a transport company to move the car for me, even though that was a little bit more expensive. Decided to go that route. My wife and I talked about it, and at the end of the day, we couldn't make this make sense. I hate to miss a great opportunity. I was really sad about it, but we just couldn't make it happen right now. So I called my mother-in-law up and I said, hey, tell them I appreciate the car and the offer, but we just can't make it happen. It just, now's not the right time. And my mother-in-law said, well, I already bought the car. I want you to have it. I want you to put it on Patina Pit Stop. I want to watch the videos. The car is yours. You just got to get it home. I started crying. She started crying. Stacy started crying. It was, I can't thank my mother-in-law enough. I don't want to say her name on the video, but I really appreciate her doing that for us and making this happen so I can grow the channel. And the car is a really cool car. It's got a neat history. I know it's a 4-door, I know it's a 6-cylinder automatic, but it's in really good shape and it needs to be saved. It needs to be put back on the road. And I'm glad to have this opportunity, and it is 100% because of my mother-in-law helping us out with this, and I appreciate it. So in honor of her, and I don't want to give away the reason why, but the people that know her, know our family, they'll know why that the name I'm going to give this car is connected to her. So the name of the 1963 Chevy Biscayne is Otis, and Otis is hopefully going to be with our family for a long time and on the channel for a long time coming. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Patina Pit Stop. You'll see more updates on the 63, or you can see more updates on the 64 Chevelle wagon, or on the jet ski trailer that I'm turning into a drag and drive utility trailer. Any of those things, those are my projects right now. Check out Patina Pit Stop. Follow me on Instagram, and that way you can see updates when videos come out and know more about what's going on with the channel. Thank you guys all for watching. I know this is a long video. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next time. Hopefully, we'll see if we can get this thing running.